Dandavat Pranam Maharaj. Haribol.
Dandavat, Haribol, Dandavat.
Dandavat Hare Krishna Maharaj, Dandavat to all devotees.
Haribol, Dandavat.
Dandavat.
Jai.
¿Cómo está?
Muy bien, Maharaj. Por la gracia del Guru Vaishnava.
Vivo.
Yeah, and you?
I am good. Muy bien.
Muy bien. Y salud, bien.
Ah. Sí.
Ketchup, Dandavat Prabhu.
Dandavat.
Dandavat.
Put on the prayer.
Okay, Maharaj.
Take it off. Can you hear it? Take it off. Okay. Vandana. Vandeham. Shri Guru. Shri Yuta
Shri Guru
Padakamalam.
Shri Yuta Padakamalam
Shri Guru
Shri Guru
Vaishnava.
Vaishnavamscha
Shri
Shri
Rupam.
Rupam
Sagrajatam.
Sagrajatam
Sajanam.
Saganathanvitam
Tam Sujivam.
Tam Swajivam
Advaitam. Advadutam. Parijanam Samitam. Krishna Chaitanya
Krishna
Deva.
Chaitanya Devam
Shri
Shri
Radha
Radha
Krishna
Krishna Padam
Bhajana Lalita
Shri
Shri Sadanvitam Sudha Om Agnati
Ajnanatimirandhasya
Shana
Anjana
Sholakaya
Shalakaya
Chaturmilitam
Anvritam
Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha
Namaha
Puja Guru
Shri
Bhagavad
Bhagavad
Mahabhavanitaya Sada Purvapaya Parampara Chaturjavadya Pamota Krite
Gita
Bhaktir Nirmala Jahasya Niridam Samrakshakam Sadaram Vande Shri Guru Deva Ananta Shira Acharya Varanijam Vavadista Sapurakam Rudana Shisham
Ashisha Sambhushitam
Vidya
Chintya Chintya
Samaste
Samastaveda Nipunam
Shri Rupa
Shri
Patananugam
Rupantham
Govinda Vidham Ujvalam
Uchvalam
Maratanum
Varatanam
Bhaktam Vicham Sundaram Vande
Vande
Vishwaguru Chadivyo Bhagavat
Vishwaguru
Prano Hibija Padam
Padam
Evam Divyatanam Sutam
Divyatam Sutam
Bhavantam Bhavakate Vanditam Anananda Param Sadikam Vairagya Vidya Buddham Shri Siddhanta Vilasita Saraswatanandana Vandetam Shubham Sharanam Yashishwaram Shri Gurum Shri Siddhanta Saraswati
Saraswati
Gauriya Gaurvadaye Tato Bhagavita Prabhupade Gaura Sankirtanam Krishna Prema
प्रेम
Sudadika Radha
राधा
Govinda
प्रभु तम भजे
Namo
नमो
Gorkishoraya
ईश्वराय
Bhakti-Viruddha-Mataye Gaura-Padayaya Bhagavad Vande Bhakti Vinodam
श्री
Shri Shakti
गौरशक्ति
Swarupakam
स्वरूपकं
Bhakti Sastragya
शास्त्रार्थ
Sangam
सम्राजं
Nagarasa Sudhanidhi
सचनिधिं
Gauravaja Sukashisha Vaishnava Vande Vigraham
विग्रहं
Jagannatha Prabhu
जगन्नाथ
Baladev
मंदिरे
Srimati
प्रेमवती
Vrindavan
वैष्णवं
Panchakapaltarubhyascha
वाञ्छकल्पतरुभ्यश्च
Kripa
कृपा
Sindhudeva Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Panchatatmakam Krishna Bhakti-Swarupakam Bhagavatam Bhagavacha Bhakti-Prapanam Namo Mahavaranaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namyo Krishna Namaha Ekam Surato Pando Brahma Dhammatergati Rasavasva Padambojo Ramadana Mohano Yadanya Kalpadvamara Srimad Radhakala Simhasanasto Sri Madhava Govindam Krishnalini Sevamanos Marami Srimad Rasa Sarambi Bhakti Bhata Tatastita Asami Utpana Gopir Gopinaka Yesuna Vrindayai Tulsi
तुलसी
Devai
देव्याय
Vijaya
प्रियाय
Krishna
सच
Secha Krishna
कृष्ण
Bhakti
भक्ति
Pade
पदे देवी
Bhakti Namo
सत्यवते
Nama
नमो नमः
Adhanantam
अजानन्तरं
Guru Bhagavatam Vyasasya Guru Nata
ततो
Jayati
जय
Tiraye
मुक्तिदये
Jai
जय
Sripad Shri
सकल श्री श्री गोविंद सुंदर पवनां पवनं जयस्तु श्री
Krishna
कृष्ण चैतन्य
Chaitanya Prabhu
प्रभु
Nityananda
नित्यानंद
Sri Advaita
श्री
Gadadhar Srivasari Gaura Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama
राम
Rama
राम
Hare
हरे हरे
Hi, Srila Prabhupada, Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Guru Dev, Srila Acharya Dev, Srila Santa Maharaj, Ki Jai.
जय
Jai, Srila Guru Var, Srila Rupa Guru Varga Ki Jai.
जय
Jai, Giri Govardhan Ki Jai.
जय
Jai, Jai, Samaveda Bhaktavinda Ki Jai.
जय
Glory to the assembled devotees, glory to the worldwide devotees. For Premanandi,
हरि
oh,
हरि बोल
I am Vishnupad, Paramahamsa Sripad Bhakti Madhava Puri Maharaj Ki Jai.
जय जय
Haribo, Bhaktavinda, Hare Krishna. She has to stay on silent, she said. Huh? She sent a message saying she has to stay on silent. Okay. Reading from Sri Prapanna-jivanamrtam, the Bhakti Yoga Dev-Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Sri Prapanna-jivanamrtam Ki Jai.
जय
Reading from chapter 9, I think it is. Text 30. We're still reading the Lord's instruction, the words of the Supreme Lord on the topic of surrender. Here's another verse.
from the Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita, of course, is a book filled with the words, direct words of the Lord. Parma Madhurya Murtahe. Kamadevasya Kama Sevanushilanam Eva Nishtitam Sarvotama Phala Prapti. That is Srila commentary. And then the verse from the Gita is Manmana Bhava Madbhakto Vadyaji Mam Namaskaru Mam Evasasi Satyam Te Pratijane Priyosime. Srila comments, beyond all doubt, the highest attainment is to serve the supermundane aprakrita desires of the sweet absolute people. And the Gita verse is translated as, be my devotee. Give me your heart. Do not think of me as the karma yogis, jnana yogis, and dhyana yogis do. Sacrifice your every endeavor to me, or for me, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. It is my vow that without a doubt you will then achieve the servitude of my own self, which is the embodiment of truth, sentience, and beauty. Because you are most dear to me, do I reveal this transcendental devotion to you. So Krishna is very directly speaking, revealing his heart completely, and not holding back anything here. Telling Arjuna to be my devotee. Give me your heart. Manmana, fix your mind upon me. Your bhava bhakti, all your mood, your affection, should all come to me. Your obeisances to me, everything. Now, if someone demands such attention from us, we would think that's very unusual, no? Even lovers, well, sometimes I guess maybe that may happen. Between lovers, one partner may say, you have to give all your attention to me. If there's some sense of jealousy or unchastity, lack of chastity, they may say you can't think about other things. You have to give everything to me. For the most intimate lovers, they may speak like that. Yes. But Krishna is saying it as the Supreme Lord, as the Maharaj mentions here, the sweet absolute Cupid. So people try to approach God through different methods, karma yoga, jnana yoga, dhyana yoga, etc. We don't have to do that with ordinary persons. We don't approach to those methods to an ordinary person who we can see with our senses, get in contact with our senses. But Krishna cannot be contacted with the senses like that. Knowing Krishna is something different than knowing an ordinary person. Dandavats, Devi, Hare Krishna. Good to
Hare
see you.
Krishna, Dhanavad Pranam Maharaj. Dhanavad Pranam Maharaj.
You are in India?
Dhanavad Pranam. Yes, Maharaj, I'm in India.
Oh,
South
Jai.
India.
Where are you
Dhanavad.
at? What place in
I'm South
India?
India, Maharaj, in Mysore.
Mysore?
Yes, Maharaj.
Oh, very nice. Oh, is it very hot there?
It's now, Maharaj, the raining season.
Oh, okay, okay.
How are you, Maharaj?
I am good. Good to see you. We're happy you're okay. We're missing you for a few days there. So Krishna is not approachable like an ordinary person. We don't approach ordinary persons by jnana yoga or karma yoga, so forth and so on. This is only in relationship to the divinity, the absolute person, the divine world, the transcendental world. That is not directly observable with our senses. Of course, if one is elevated to a higher platform, then he can directly see Krishna with the senses even. Pratyaksha Bhagavam Dharma is mentioned in the Bhagavad Gita. Pratyaksha means direct perception. But that requires an elevation of consciousness beyond the plane of exploitation, beyond the materialistic conception of life. But anyhow, Krishna is speaking from his transcendental possession, appearing as to the senses of Arjuna, just like an ordinary man. When one is a devotee, then Krishna can appear to us like an ordinary person. But still, he is speaking as a supreme Lord by telling him that you can't come to me by jnana yoga and dana yoga, that all these methods that people try to utilize to understand the supreme absolute truth. So he's indicating there's something different about himself. And yet he is telling Arjuna that you have to be so intimately related with me, and serve. And he's mentioned here, then you will achieve the servitude of my own self, which is the embodiment of truth, sentience, and beauty. The heart is searching for these things. And it won't find that satisfaction in a non-transcendental objects or non-transcendental persons. So he tells Arjuna, because you are dear to me, I reveal this transcendental knowledge or devotion to you. So the conditioned souls are wandering in this world without knowing what their purpose or meaning of life is or anything. They wander here aimlessly and getting into so many different engagements, so much trouble, so many entanglements, because they don't really know what is that which is most beneficial, which is most wanted, most dear to them. And so Krishna is revealing that in this verse to Arjuna. We mentioned yesterday, I think it was, or no, sorry, last week, that the three secrets of the Bhagavad Gita, that you are not just a material body. The first secret that Krishna reveals in the Bhagavad Gita, that you are Brahma Bhuta, you are a spiritual entity. Brahma means spiritual. Brahmabhuta Prasanatma. And then the second secret was that, and these uh, 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 spiritual beings, there are many of them. You're one, there's everyone else that's a spiritual being also. And these spiritual beings have an organic unity to which they are subordinate, to which they are participants, you could say. And that's the second secret, is the super soul. You are a soul, and there is a super soul who is the collective or universal self of all souls. Universal soul or super soul of all souls. And then the third, the most secret of all things is that Krishna is connected with us through love. Highest and most supreme position is that there is a loving personality whom we have a relationship with. All have a relationship with. And he is reminding Arjuna of this, telling him this is your highest goal. So only a devotee can actually entertain these thoughts. Ordinary person will think, oh, it's meaningless to speak like this. These things have no existence. They will feel it. You're only talking religious superstition or whatever mythology. They can't believe that we are actually spiritual beings, or that there is something higher than this, our own spiritual nature, super spiritual nature, and beyond that, supermost uh, divinity. These things don't occur to the person in material consciousness. But a devotee is struck by these things. He is interested in these things, and he has complete conviction in these things, even though they are not concerned with any material phenomena whatsoever, or at least not obviously. So this kind of talk that we find in the Gita is only of interest to the devotees. And if those who are not devotees, they will not even be able to understand something like this or appreciate its significance. I remember Sridhara Maharaj used to sometimes tell us when he was speaking, and the devotees were all sitting with rapt attention, listening to him. And he would say, "You are creatures of a different soil. You are the children of a different soil. You are not children of this world. You are children of that higher soil, the transcendental soil, because you are interested in these things and hearing these things and making progress in the direction of this transcendental world, transcendental life, and not ordinary." Amritasya Putra, then he would quote that verse, that you are sons of nectar, sons of the nectarian world, not uh, dwellers of this mundane plane. People in the mundane plane, they don't have any interest whatsoever in this kind of topics. And they have no interest in learning these things or even knowing about these things. But for the devotees, this is nectar, this is supreme knowledge. And they are ready to dedicate their lives to entering into these secrets, these mysteries that are not available to anyone and everyone if they are not looking. First, Sridhara told you have to dive deep into reality. Don't live only on the surface of reality, on the sense world of sense enjoyment. That's just the surface of reality. To understand the deeper things, that requires that you go deep into reality, inquire, and search, and long. Desire is a very important element. Desire. You know, they say the spiritual world is sat-cit-ananda. Its nature is of this three qualities. Sat-cit-ananda. We can say sat is being, and chit is thinking, and ananda, coming from desire. So we know our life is made of these three components also. We are thinking, we are being, we are thinking, and we are desiring beings. Our nature, intrinsic nature. Because we are spiritual by nature. We have these three elements, three phases, three aspects of our existence. Being, thinking, and desiring. So Krishna is saying this desire must be for him. Our desiring is meant to be in relationship with him. And if we don't desire in relationship to him, we'll be using our desires to entangle ourselves in things that will not give satisfaction to us, will lead to entanglement and misery, unhappiness, rather than satisfaction. Unfortunately, we don't find this science that Krishna is teaching in the Gita. We don't find this science taught anywhere in the universities or colleges. Huh? Before reading the Gita, I never heard this any of things like this in the Bible. I came from a Christian background, or any of the other religions that I know of. To hear it expressed in this way, where the Lord is speaking to his devotees in such a loving and how do you want to say, very pleading way, huh? Very direct way. We don't hear this anywhere else except in the Gita. Krishna is speaking directly, and he's not cutting any corners. Uh-huh. Very directly and beautifully. So there's a kind of urgency that we find when reading the Gita that we may not find other places. Though in the Bible, we know in the New Testament, Jesus says something like, "Love the Lord thy God above all, and love thy neighbor as thyself." That's about it. We don't find this more direct pleading in so many different ways that Krishna is trying to direct Arjuna's heart and his attention to himself. So this highest secret, this highest message. Srila Maharaj has gathered this idea, this central topic in his book, Prapanna-jivanamrtam, because of its great importance, essential significance, and put it so clearly and forcefully, actually, and beautifully in his book, Prapanna-jivanamrtam. Unfortunate, we hear these things. We may know these things from the Gita, but then we don't put it into practice. We don't uh, organize our lives around these principles. That is the most unfortunate. Why? Why would we neglect these most endearing words of the Lord? So clearly He's telling us what we have to do. And yet we would neglect to follow that or to pursue that or hesitate or doubt or whatever. Waste time. Uh-huh. Krishna tells Arjuna in the end, at the 18th chapter, Sarva Dharmam, Parityaja. Just give up everything else and try to surrender to me. This is the main thing. This is the central point. Finally, after making so many different arguments and explaining how much he has love for us and how much he wants our love, then he finally says, just give up all this other uh, hesitation, whatever, that's holding you back. Mam ekam sharanam, and then just come to me only. Exclusive relationship. And then he also says, don't worry, Masucha, aham tvam sarvapapi. I'll take anything you are neglecting. Don't worry about that. If you think you're neglecting other things to come to me, don't worry, you won't be blamed for that. You won't be held accountable for that. I will save you. Masucha, don't worry. Hare Krishna. Sachin, Hare Krishna. Good to know you've come to join us again.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Now we're reading text from the Prapanna-jivanamrtam, text 31. Again, a verse from the Bhagavad Gita is being referenced. At first, Srila Maharaj gives a commentary. Oh, these things keep falling out.
Uh-huh.
Huh?
I see that.
Why is that?
I don't know.
The wrong size?
Yeah, you have them in the opposite ears. This is the left.
Hmm?
Left.
I have it wrong?
That's for the left.
It's for the left? Oh, that's why. Nikhila, Dharma, vichara, paritya, kenadvaya jnana, sarupasya, Srivajendra, Nandanaika, Vigrahasya, Pada, Padma, Sharanad, Eva, Sarvapach, Shanti, Purvaka, Sarva, Sampat, Prapti. That's Sridhar's comment. And then the verse is what we just mentioned before. Sarvadharma from Bhagavad Gita. Sarvadharmam parityaja mamekam sharanam vraja. Aham tvam sarvapapebhyo mokshashyami mahasaya. So the translation of Sridhar's comment is first. The only way to gain relief from all adversities, the only way to find the hidden treasure is to abandon all consideration of religiosity or irreligion and surrender unto the lotus feet of the absolute reality, the beautiful Sri Krishnachandra, the divine son of King Nanda. And the translation of the Bhagavad Gita verses to impart knowledge of my all comprehensive aspect Brahman, as well as knowledge of my all permeating aspect Paramatma. Whatever teachings I have given, based in general on the duties of the socio-religious ranks of life, the duty of mendicant, selflessness, internal and external sense control, meditation, subservience, to the dominion of the Almighty. Now I ask you to summarily dismiss every one of those religiosities and surrender unto me the personality of Godhead Bhagavan. Then I shall deliver you from all sin of this worldly sojourn, as well as any sin incurred by giving up the aforementioned duties or religiosities. There will be no cause for you to lament that your life's mission is unfulfilled. So here is giving a more detailed explanation of what Dharma. And Krishna says, Sarva Dharmam, Sarva Dharma, he said. Sarva Dharmam Padityaja. Yaga means to renounce. Why is Krishna saying Sarva Dharma in verse 2? Everybody is telling you, you must follow your Dharma. Huh? Through all the scriptures, all the Vedas, everyone is told you must follow your Dharma. And now Krishna is telling you, I give that out. You don't follow me. Don't follow any Dharma. That's not your proper business. The business is not to follow some Dharma. Your business is to surrender to me. And Dharma is meant for people in this world to have some type of proper life. If you want to have a proper life in this material world, then you must follow certain duties. Otherwise, you'll get into very deep trouble. You'll go into a very fallen condition, hopeless position, ugly position, suffering position. Must follow Dharma in that sense. But once you understand the secret that I am revealing in this Gita, then I'm telling you, that is not the ultimate goal. Don't look to make yourself proper in this world. Whatever you may do properly in this world, that is one thing necessary for your survival and getting along. But the real thing is not lie, to not lie in those activities. The real benefit comes in surrender unto me. You may follow all the Dharmic principles very strictly if you like, but that won't get you to me. You have to turn your attention, your heart, to me. That's necessary. That is the real meaning of all these religious principles. keep the society in order is one thing, but to know what it's all about, the whole thing, is only found once you understand you have a relationship with the Now Krishna says also in the Gita, Vidaishcha sarvam aham eva Vedu. All these Vedas, they are meant to know me. Vidaishcha sarvam, all the Vedas. Aham eva Vedu. Aham means I. Aham Veda means to know me. I am the compiler of the Vedas. I have given you all these rules and regulations. So if you follow all the rules and regulations, but you know nothing about me, then you're missing the whole point. Uh, they have their function, they have their meaning, but that is not the ultimate thing. And all these endeavors to know Brahman, Paramatma, and so forth. Brahman known by the impersonalists, yogis, jnanis, and Paramatma, the super soul, Ishvara, known by the yogis. These are not important either. The important thing to know me, the personality of Godhead. There you're going to find the ultimate uh, conclusion, highest conclusion of all those spiritual endeavors. So Krishna is a very revolutionary type. I think he's a very revolutionary type knowledge here. You know, when he was a little boy, you know, the story of Govardhan Hill. When Krishna was a little boy, he also gave this revolutionary message. They were the village people of Vrindavan, cowherd boys, cowherd girls are all worshiping Indra and the other demigods, Brahma, and they were going about their lives doing all these sacrifices and proper procedures and following all the rules and regulations of the Vedas and and living their lives very peacefully. And they were thinking that if we just serve the demigods, then we'll get rain and uh, wealth and whatever we need for our survival. But then one day Krishna came as a little boy, only a young boy, maybe uh, 5 or 6 years old. And he told, don't worship all the demigods. You just worship me. You know? Worship me as Govardhan Hill. I am not different from Govardhan Hill. You just worship Govardhan Hill. Don't worry about worshiping all the demigods, performing all these sacrifices. He told them like that. They were all astonished and afraid. Oh, we can't stop worshiping all these uh, higher persons, higher personalities. They are controlling everything. If we think like them, then our lives will be ruined. They say, no, you must have faith in me. And by worshiping over God, all your wishes will be fulfilled. Everything will be accomplished. And he told them like that. Uh, that was as a young boy. They had so much attraction to Krishna that somehow they believed him, even though he was a very small boy. They knew he was very special. And they followed his advice. And they began to worship Govardhan, neglecting the worship of Indra and everyone else. And that's time Indra became very angry when the people stopped worshiping him and started worshiping Krishna as Govardhan. And he made it rain very hard. Soon everything was becoming flooded and soaked, water soaked. And the cowherd boys and girls, they were all frightened, very frightened. Oh, we're going to die. We have stopped our sacrificed Indra, and now he is punishing us for the rain and lightning and so forth. And Krishna said, don't worry. And he went over to the Govardhan hill. He picked it up and his little finger left of his left hand. And he said, come under my umbrella. And they all went under the umbrella and they were protected. All the rain, all the evil things that Indra was throwing at them. Finally, after some time, Indra realized what was happening. Oh, this is no ordinary little boy. It's such a wonderful thing he has done. Amazing. How is this possible? Well, only if he is the Supreme Person now could he do such things. And so Indra realized his mistake, that he'd taken Krishna to be an ordinary person. He came down and offered his obeisances to Krishna. Once he realized that he had not an ordinary person, but the Supreme Person. And in this way, everyone was protected, and even Indra was converted from his ignorant position, proud position, to humble servant. So like that, even as a small boy, Krishna was very revolutionary in his teachings. He said to people about worshiping him. And we find that even as his older years, in the battle of Kurukshetra, he tells the same thing to Arjuna, basically, saying Sarvadharmam Parityaya. Give up all these other practices and surrender to me, serve me, love me, put your focus upon me, give your heart to me. So throughout his life, this is Krishna's teaching. And if we have some faith, we have genuine faith in the existence of the Lord, the Lord, and genuine reality of Supreme Personality. They will take this advice seriously. Why not? Yes. The whole process of yoga, the whole business, the whole purpose of all religions, whether it be Hindu Dharma or Christian or Muslim or whatever it may be, Jewish, the whole purpose of religion is to develop love of God, Krishna Prema. And that's what Mahaprabhu came to teach. Namo Mahavadadaya Krishna Prema. Krishna Prema Pradayate. Krishna, in the form of Mahaprabhu, came to teach the same thing in a very powerful and most direct way. Now it is up to us to take that seriously as it is being presented in so many places in this book, so powerfully by the incarnations of the Supreme Lord Himself. Our task, our job, our position in all of this is to take this seriously and apply ourselves. There will be no cause for you to lament that your life's mission is unfulfilled. In other words, you won't be missing anything. Because sometimes when they think, oh, if I surrender everything to Krishna, then there's so many things in this world that I'm going to miss that I could be doing. Okay. There are so many things, no doubt. But that will not be as fulfilling Let's surrender. Okay. Any comment, question?
They call Krishna as Krishnachandra, and Guru is Gaurachandra, and Rama, Lord Ram as Ramchandra. But they don't say Krishna Surya, Guru Surya, Rama Surya. So what is it about the moon that makes it appropriate to call God as Chandra?
No, sun is very scorching. The sun is giving life to everything, but at the same time, they're very energetic. And they can burn. But the moon is very cooling. It gives light, but a very cooling light. So sometimes in our, especially in the Chaitanya Saraswat Bhakti, the logo shows the sun is shining on the lotus flower. Lotus flower represents the living entity. Sun shines on the lotus, on the living entity, lotus flower, on the living entity's heart. But on that logo, there's the lotus is in the water, in a pond. And that's necessary because if the lotus were only in the sun, it would burn up. But because it's in the pond, the water cools the lotus, so that it doesn't burn. And that water represents Guru. So when the living entity takes shelter of Guru, then the son of Krishna does not burn, does not obliterate the living entity, because Krishna is considered the infinite. And when the finite comes in touch with the infinite, it seems he's obliterated. So that conception of God as a son is a very powerful, obliterating type of conception. But as the moon, it takes a different mood, a very cooling relationship. And the moon also has some nourishing qualities. The moon nourishes the vegetation of the earth. It wants to allow things to grow. And it also uh, nourishes the living entities, humans and others. So that way, conceiving the Lord as a moon, as a nourishing and a very cooling and unthreatening kind of sense of existence. To understand the sun as the revealing nature, that which reveals, that which lights, gives light, enlightenment. That's okay. And Krishna told Arjuna in the beginning of the Gita that this knowledge is coming from Surya Dev. That in the parampara, coming starting from himself, he has given this knowledge to Surya Dev. And from Surya Dev it has come down through different generations to the present Acharyas. And Krishna belongs to that Surya, uh, uh, Surya line of receptors. But again, when that Surya is represented by Gurudev, it takes on a different sense of cooling. It's not Otherwise, without that water of the which the lotus is situated, that brilliant sun will be too much. If you can't study all the Vedas. There, every kind of knowledge is there. It will be too much to bear for anyone. But when it comes to us to Gurudev, then we can understand it. Yeah, a more realistic and practical way, an actual way, substantial way that will help us. Anyhow, these things have different types of meaning like that. Unknowns, okay. So, Sachin, how's your family doing?
Doing great, Prabhu.
Okay, okay. You're going every month? Are they going every month to the Y to lead Krishna Kesava?
Yeah, month of May, me and my son went to his cricket tournament. So my rest of my family came, and last month we went to all our family went to vacation. Last week of the June and first week of July, basically. So we missed the June month visit.
Okay.
Yeah, it's summertime, so I've been missing lots of missing all the classes, all the lectures, the Saturday ones, as well as I missed last month the Princeton YMCA visit. But yeah, hopefully once the summer settles down, after summer, come back to regularity.
It'll be nice. Nice to see everyone coming, chanting.
What's that?
I said it's nice to see everyone coming and chanting with Krishna Kesava at the Y on the last Sunday of the month.
Yeah.
Everyone is happy to see them all. Huh?
Yeah, big family, but some of them actually now left to India yesterday. My sister-in-law went to India last month. Other sister-in-law went to India. So yeah, a lot of people were visiting this summer. So most of them gone to India.
Oh, I see.
So we'll visit this month, hopefully.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Anyone else? Dandavat pranams. All to all. Hare Krishna. Jaya Vishnupad, Paramahamsa Parivraj, Acharya, Saraswat, Sripad, Bhakti Rakshak, Dev Goswami Maharaj, Jaya.
Jai.
Maharaj, Jaya. Jaya Maharaj, Jaya. Krishnachandra Maharaj, Jaya. Prabhupada.
Jai Jai.
So, Premanandi, Hari 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 Bol.
Hari Hari
Hari
Bol.
Well,
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Madhava
Krishna.
Maharaj ki jai. All assembled devotees ki jai.